What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be going over a new credit card that I'm adding to my arsenal of credit cards, and this one is actually going to be the Amex Gold Delta card. Now, most people will say like, oh, is that actually a good card? But I'm going to tell you why it is one of the most underrated credit cards if you actually want to travel, especially in the next year, because this card has awesome benefits, and this card, it's here for a good time, not a long time. And if you know what I'm saying, you might not have this in your arsenal for that long, but the benefits that you get and the welcome offer that you get in that first year is insane. Will actually let you travel basically for free. All right, so I just opened up this mail, this envelope that's not discreet, says Amex right on it. Not the best packaging, but that's okay. We're not in it for the packaging. We're in it for the rewards, we're in it for the benefits, and we're in it to get a free trip. And so I know a little bit about this because my wife has had this card. She's actually downgraded now, and now I get to experience having the rewards on my account, but we'll both benefit from it. But you open up the envelope, and the first thing it says is, welcome to your new Delta SkyMiles Gold American Express card. This card is made from 70% reclaimed plastic. For me, plastic, I literally don't care. I want to see the metal cards. I like metal cards, but this isn't actually, they wouldn't benefit anything for having a metal card on this card, because I feel like most people that get this card end up downgrading or they upgrade to a different card. And so that's okay. We're in it, like I said, for a good time, not a long time. And then on this, it also has a review your new card checklist. It shows, take advantage of the app that they have. And then it says experience and value of membership. And then it says scan the QR code to get to know your benefits. I already know all the benefits. I have them written down right here. I'm going to be going over all those benefits and why it's one of the most underrated credit cards. So stay with me. And then it also says you'll never see travel the same again. And it has this picture of these girls traveling and having fun. So yeah, that's the credit card envelope that it comes in. And then here's what the card actually looks like. It's just gold. It has the chip. It says Delta SkyMiles American Express, has your name. Yeah, it's a pretty simple credit card. The one thing about American Express, some places don't take American Express, but that's okay because this bonus offer is amazing and it's super easy to hit. So let's jump into that right now. Okay, so this card right here has a awesome welcome bonus. Sometimes it's 50,000, sometimes it's all the way up to 80,000. I just snagged it at 80,000 points. And the way that you actually get this welcome bonus is super simple. If you spend $2,000 in the first 6 months of this card, only $2,000 in the first 6 months, most of them are spend $3,000 or up to $5,000 in the first 3 months, 4 months. Where a lot of people are like, okay, now I feel like I'm spending more money just to spend it so I get the welcome bonus. $2,000 is nothing over 6 months. Your gas and groceries will be $2,000. So this card is really good to be able to get the welcome bonus. And like I said, the welcome bonus is 80,000 miles. So you get 80,000 miles. Plus you're making purchases at, your gas stations and your restaurants or your groceries. And when you're spending that, you're also getting more points. And so you can really start stacking points really fast, especially once you hit that $2,000 mark in the first 6 months. Those miles basically hit your account instantly. And then you have all these travel miles to be able to go and have fun now. Not wait 6 months, not wait a year, not wait. It's right when you hit that $2,000 mark, basically those miles go straight into your account, and then you can go travel for practically free for this trip. So that's the first thing about this card is the welcome bonus. You can get up to 80,000. So once that thing hits 80,000, go get this card, go apply for this card, because if you are a credit card person, so a lot of people aren't, if that's not for you, get off the video. But if you are a credit card person, you treat it like a debit card, you pay it off every single time, you never let interest hit your account, then this is a video for you. This is a card that you need to have in your arsenal at least for 1 year. Now, the thing I say about 1 year is because it has $0. It's a $0 introductory fee for the first year. So you don't pay an annual cost for this card in the first year. But once you hit that year mark, you then start paying $150 a year. And at that point, to me, it might not be worth it. Even though I do love Delta, it might be a better option to go for a different card and try to get more rewards or more welcome bonuses or something else so that you can keep credit card hacking and really take advantage of those rewards. So if you're not a credit card person, turn off the video. If you are a credit card person, you're responsible, you know how to be disciplined with yourself, and you know how to pay it every single time, and you treat your credit card like a debit card, then this is a video that you want to watch, because the first year it's free. The first year it's free. The second year it costs $150, and at that point that would be up to you if you want to cancel or keep stacking points on this card. But the welcome bonus is where you get the most benefit. And so now I'm just going to go over more benefits about this card, including if you book with this card on the Delta app, you get 15% off every single flight. That's amazing. So you get 15% off, plus you already have miles and you're using this credit card. You also get priority boarding. It's not high up priority boarding. It's boarding in the, boarding 5. If you're in 5, start boarding. So it's not really high up, but at least you get to board a little bit early. They do give you a little bit of priority when it comes to having the card. You get $200 in e-credit if you spend $10,000 in the first year. I'm not saying you need to spend $10,000 in the first year. I'm just saying that is another benefit. If you spend $10,000, you get $200 e-credit. And then when it comes to points, you get 2 times points on restaurants, 2 times points on supermarkets, and then 2 times points on all Delta purchases, and then 1 point for everything else after that. And so the points, they're not the best. You don't get any 3 times. You don't get cash back on a ton of things when it comes to the triple points or the double points, but you still get a point for every single thing. And so this card, you can stack points, especially if you're trying to just get that bonus. Spend the $2,000, you get your bonus. Now you have a lot of points to work with up front really fast with this card. And if you book your trip in the first year, guess what? You get free bags, because that's another benefit of this card. You get to fly with free bags, not only for you, but everyone in your booking. And so when it's me, my wife, my son, guess what? We all fly with free bags. The round trip, that's saving $70 per person, because it's usually $35 for your first checked bag. But now it's free because you booked with this card. So if you're booking with this card, you're getting the bonus miles. Now you have free bags. Now you get 15% off of your flight purchases on their app. It starts stacking very fast, and you can make a trip super cheap or practically free when it comes to actually traveling to get there. Now I'm just going to rattle off even more benefits of this card so that you can see why you need it in your arsenal. I'm just going to read them straight off my notes. So you get 20% back on in-flight purchases for food and beverages. So maybe you already are traveling super cheap. You're going on your vacation. You're like, hey, I want a beer, or I want a drink on this flight, or I want my food on this flight. Well, you can spend, using this card, and you get 20% cash back. You also get up to $50 off of your ticket for every 5,000 miles you redeem and pay with your miles through the Delta app. And so that can also make your flights super cheap. Your first check bag is free. Like I said, you get your first check bag free. And so you and your family, hey, guess what? Bags fly free, Southwest style, with this card. If you don't have the card, you're paying you're paying $75 per person, $70, $75 per person. So you have a family of 4, guess what? You're probably spending around $280 just for your bags on a trip. But if you have this card, especially in the first year when it's free, then you're saving a ton of money just to be able to travel. It also has no foreign transaction fees. So maybe you want to book international, guess what? No foreign transaction fees. You can also get up to $100 in Delta Stays credit when you book through Delta Stays. Delta Stays is a part of their app where it shows, hotels and all different kinds of vacation rentals and stuff. And if you book through their app with this credit card, you can get up to $100 off. You get baggage insurance plan. You get car rental loss and damage protection. You get extended warranty on purchases made in the past 5 years if you're using this card. And so say your TV, you buy a TV 3 years ago, guess what? The lights start going out on the screen. Hey, I think I bought with this credit card. Well, guess what? You get to use this credit card and you have a warranty on that item as long as you can have the receipt. Purchase protection, fraud protection. And then when you want to redeem your points, there's many different things you can do with the points. You can do flights, which is my personal favorite because it makes the trip super, super, super cheap. But you can also spend it on more checked bags if you need more checked bags for some reason. If you want premium upgrade seating, if you want to get Delta Plus, Delta Comfort, Delta, business class or first class, you can spend it on that. You can have Delta Vacations. Delta Vacations is in the app. It will show you all these different places that you can take vacations. Delta Stays, like I was saying earlier, Delta Car Rentals. You can rent a car with points, or you can also have Sky Mile Experiences, what they call it. And basically, it's like booking excursions at different places around the world when you're actually traveling. You say, hey, I have extra bonus miles. Let me just use my Sky Miles points and get Sky Miles experiences. I want to go horsebacking through a river, or I want to go on a wine experience, or I want to, do any of these excursions. You can book through your Sky Miles experience. And so that is some of the high level benefits of this card. This card, guys, is a very underrated card. And the reason I say that, once again, is because of the welcome bonus. I'm just going to go over a little bitty story about me and my wife going to Hawaii. With my son, we had 3 flight tickets from Hawaii to where we live in the United States. It was 19,000 points per person. Per seat, 19,000 points. Guess what? Our bags were free. 19,000 points per person, and our bags were free. So 3 flights was less than 60,000 points to go from Hawaii to here. It was only one way. It was only one way because we were flying a different airline that way, because we were also saving a ton of money and basically free flights that way. And then on the way back, our bags were free through Delta, and we spent less than 60,000 points. Guys, the bonus offer right now is 80,000 points. That's what I'm telling you when I'm saying it's practically free to travel there, because not only did we go on a vacation and use some of our points from the card that my wife had, we had leftover points so that we could travel again in the future. I just looked it up. From Dallas to Destin, it's only 30,000 points right now, round trip. 30,000 round trip from Dallas to Destin. You get 80,000, so you can have a family of 3 people and basically be able to travel round trip because you don't have to pay for bags for free. All because you spent $2,000 on this card in 6 months. That is what I'm talking about when I'm saying credit card hacking. That is what I'm saying when I'm saying credit card hacking. You can really start stacking points and traveling for free. Maybe you don't want to use that for flights, okay? Maybe you want to go on a vacation and you want to use that, stay at a hotel. Go to the point redemption on the website and you can start messing around with all these different things, messing around with what you think is worth it to spend your points on. And that's how you can go on these awesome trips, awesome vacations for way less than what they would normally cost if you were just using your debit card and not credit card hacking. That's the power of credit card hacking, guys. If you use a card to get the bonus points, use the card to use the benefits, and never let interest hit your account, you are beating them. I know some people will say you're not beating them because you had to spend so much more money in order to get a little bit of cash back. Guys, this is way more money in cash back than what you're spending. $2,000 in 6 months. I drive a truck, a Chevy truck. I spend a lot in gas right now. I spend a lot in gas. Groceries, I don't know if anyone's looked at inflation lately, but groceries have gone way up. If I literally spend my grocery and my gas bill for 6 months straight, I will hit $2,000. No doubt in my mind, I will hit $2,000 on gas and groceries in 6 months. And that's what I'm saying is it's really easy welcome offer. It's a really easy welcome bonus offer. And right now it's 80,000 points. And so if you want to credit card hack, if you have never credit card hacked before and you want to see what it's like, this is a good card to have in your arsenal. It's a good card just to have. And then guess what? If you don't want to pay the $150 annual fee, you call them, you say, hey, I don't want this card anymore. Can I downgrade to the Delta Blue? Delta Blue is free. It has no annual charge. It's free. You can still get points by using it, but you could also just have it in your arsenal and then never use it. Just have it open and never use it. And it's not going to hurt your credit from closing a line of credit. So you could apply for this card, get it, get the bonus offer, and then travel in that first year where your bags are also still free for being a card member, and basically travel super cheap. And then you get to that almost, before it hits a year mark that you got this card, and you say, yeah, I want to downgrade to the blue. And then you just downgrade, and now you went on a free vacation all because you spent $2,000 in 6 months on a credit card. That is why I think it is a really good card. If you want to get into credit cards, want to get into credit card hacking, you don't want to have this huge offer that you have to spend $10,000 in the first 3 months or $6,000 in the first 3 months. And then the benefits just to be able to travel. If you want to take a trip in the next year and you want to mess around and say, hey, how many miles would I need? Just go to Delta's app, act like you're booking, say book with miles, and then just mess around with it. If you mess around with it and you see like, whoa, I can go there for 30,000 or 40,000 miles. Well, I can get 80,000 bonus miles right now and basically travel for free because my bags are free. That's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about credit card hacking. That's why I think this card is awesome. That's just a little bit of a, opening package on this credit card. It's an Amex. It comes in this white envelope. It's not very pretty. It's a plastic card. It's not metal, but it's gold and you get awesome benefits. And like I said, it's here for a good time, not a long time, because you can cancel it right after 1 year. Listen, guys, if you like this video, if you want to see more videos like this, if you want to see a credit card guide where I go over all types of different credit cards and credit card hacking, I will make that guide for you. I will put it down in the link. I will have a different link down in the description. If you want to start budgeting, getting your personal finances in order so that you can be financially free, so that you can get out of debt, so you don't have this credit card debt, so you don't have personal loans, so you don't have auto debt, you need to track every single dollar so you know where it's spending so that you can be responsible and you can be disciplined as an adult. There's going to be a link down in the description. It's also going to be in the pinned comment. It's going to be a link to a budget guide. All you have to do is put your email in. I will send you that budget guide in about 10 seconds. And you can start with that. Start with that. Learn personal finance. Learn about your money. Learn how to, govern your money. Learn how to put every dollar to work for you instead of against you. And you can be super successful in your personal finances. Start investing. Hit that subscribe button because I go over investing. I go over personal finance. I go over credit cards. I go over crypto. I go over stocks. I go over all kinds of financial things that you need to be aware of. And so if you like any of this, like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, guys, until next time, you can do all things through him that give you strength. Peace.